And I really appreciated it because I felt like, and we've talked about, people who are claiming that it might be an overpay. I don't really care. I think the best part about it for me yesterday was just the enjoyment I got out of a trade deadline for Major League Baseball. I haven't been that invested, that excited for a trade deadline in quite some time. And he didn't wait until the very last second to pull the trigger on Adley Rutschman, which I thought was awesome. Like, you got it in the middle of the day. I mean, the Carabas report came out, like noontime?
Yeah.
And then it was finally confirmed by Passan 3-4 hours later, or Buster Olney might have had it a little bit before that too. So it was nice to get that early, and I'm like, okay, Craig's moving. Like, we're actually in this. And so it kind of even increased the hype as you got closer to that buzzer beater. And then you end up trading Marcelo Meyer pretty close to the end, right up near the deadline. And so I thought it was awesome yesterday. I think that's half the reason I'm so excited, is just because I enjoyed the deadline so much. I haven't enjoyed a baseball deadline like that in a decade.
Yeah. I just, I said it at the start of the show, I don't, if they did overpay, I don't mind.
Who cares?
I think that they had grown tired of some of the Marcelo Meyer stuff. I am guessing that they grew tired of some of the Narvaez stuff. We talked on this show about Narvaez showing up late, an hour late, for a meeting on the road with Garrett Crochet and Alex Cora and Jason Veritek, and somebody who just maybe didn't have his head in it. Mm-hmm. There's not a lot to do on the road, so I think you can show up on time for a meeting. You know what I mean?
And it's not even like you gave away.
By the way, I'm always on time for meetings.
Always. You're early.
Really,
what do you think their per diem is?
Per diem on the road? Do you think it's the same as the road show per diem?
Probably. They probably get more than we get, though.
You think they're begging for chicken fingers in Brattleboro?
Yeah.
I think, too, but you can say it's an overpay, but they didn't even use two of their biggest trade pieces if they wanted to. Between Franklin Arias and Roman Anthony, it's like, yeah, they didn't even have to go near those guys to get these deals done. And so I think, ultimately, you can say it's an overpay, but it's so worth it. Yeah. It is. At the end of the day, you don't remember prospects. Anybody remember Yohan Moncada when they traded him for Chris Sale? No, he's doing nothing. It doesn't. A lot of these guys don't matter.
Even if guys pan out, do you really care about trading Carl Pavano for Pedro Martinez?
No. Because Pedro's freaking awesome.
Right.
No, I mean, listen, the Connolly early thing was different to me because you've got a young pitcher with a lot of potential who is on a very team-friendly deal. So that, to me...
And he had been established a little bit in Major League Baseball, right?
Yes.
He had actually pitched in the big leagues.
Yes. So that is one that you can scratch your head about and go, I hope this pans out the way it should. But not either of these deals yesterday. I love it. So, all right, Scheim, thank you. Scheim, you want to start with Breslow?
Yeah, I think we should, Greg. After the deadline passed yesterday, Craig Breslow spoke to the media via Zoom and gave you a couple reasons on why he decided to be so aggressive at the trade deadline. Here was Craig Breslow.
The competitive environment it's part of the equation in that, there are years where this record could be leading our division. There are years where we could be firmly out of the playoff picture. So I guess implicitly it's part of the way that we approach this. But I think more it's just the way that these guys have played, the job that they've done on the field, the coaching staff, the way the fans have supported this team and the turnaround. We felt going into the season like we had a really competitive team. We are seeing it over the last month and a half, and we wanted to do everything that we could to give ourselves the best chance to go out and compete for a World Series.
They are 28-5 in their last 33, and when a team is playing like that, how can you not do whatever you can to make the team better and to get the team ready for the playoffs? So, and as Curtis brought up, you're half game behind the Yankees, Curtis?
You're only one game out in the loss column. The all-important loss column.
I mean, I don't understand those who are concerned about overpayment when you don't know whether there's going to be a baseball season next season.
Who that man in the Twitch chat says he got fleeced? Ooh, sick bird. Especially when you're in a position that you could possibly win the division. It's one thing if you're all right, maybe we're gonna be a wild card team. We're fighting for that spot, and you're kind of like, all right, maybe we don't want to add too much because it will cost us money, and we might not be a team that, gets in the playoffs. So if we do, we get bounced early. But when you're a team that's actually now competing to win the division, I think you got to put yourself in and Breslow said it, the best possible position to compete for a World Series. And that's their mindset.
I don't give a damn about getting fleeced. I want to win the World Series. I want to do whatever you can before we're out of baseball. I want this team to be worth watching. And if this catcher is what they think he's going to be, then it's a franchise-altering deal. And who cares about the 4 guys you gave up?
Yeah, unless you're like a baseball hard old nerd like Boss Man Laird, you got a everyday major league player in how do you say his last name? Rutschman.
I mean, the argument is not that he's an everyday player. The argument is that he has been hurt an awful lot of late. So that's going to be the argument.
All right, so if you want to argue that, all right, I'll give you that. But to say you gave up 4 prospects, I mean, we've been sitting here talking about Campbell, Meyer, and Roman Anthony and all, for the past, I don't know, couple of weeks, especially when you're talking about Anthony and Meyer. Prospects don't mean anything nowadays.
I think Meyer for Miller is an excellent deal, and that's a lefty who can eat some innings for you. And Curtis, you were asking for that. You wanted an arm, so and
I wanted to get rid of Marcelo Meyer, so win-win.
Yeah,
I give him an A. I give Odyssey a B+, and I give Breslow an A.
Well, and it's we talked about it a lot during the first hour, but you look at where the Red Sox were and all the focus and attention that they put on the big 3 and the disappointment that comes with at least 2 of them in Meyer and Christian Campbell it's a cautionary tale about building your team around prospects. It really is.
Right, and I think that's I think that's why they had no problem moving on from Meyer, and they had no problem sending Campbell down and burying him in AAA. And to Scheim's point yesterday, which I was on the same train as him, if the right deal came along, I'm willing to bet you that they were willing to move on from Roman Anthony. I just think that that's where their mindset is they realize, we tried with these guys, and obviously they haven't been able to, when they've gotten their opportunities, prove that they could be everyday big league players that can help us win. I mean, so I think all those guys in their mind were expendable.